In this video, I'll review the Giraffe CW20 retractable garden hose on the following criteria, using the following scale. So let's begin with aesthetics. Personally, I think this hose looks great. I've had multiple neighbors comment on how good it looks, and I think it's a significant upgrade from a manual hose reel. Quality. The external case is solid. The hose is labeled to be heavy duty, but for some reason it just reminds me of cheap hoses I've had in the past. That's not to say it's not going to last. The plastic hinge mount also has a little more flex to it than I'd like to see, and the nozzle works well, but like the hose, it also reminds me of cheaper nozzles I've had in the past. Features. The hose is 65 feet long with a shift lock mechanism that locks the hose at any length. It also self-retracts to keep the hose organized and protected from the elements. The nozzle is adjustable with 9 spray settings, and the wall mount can rotate 180 degrees. Functionality. I've read several reviews of people complaining about this hose leaking, but that's not an issue that I've experienced. The swivel mount works well, but I wish it had a tighter fit. There's a lot of wiggle room that allows it to move more freely than I'd like. The locking system works well, but it does require a good amount of force to pull the hose out. I like that there's a stopper on the hose, but every once in a while I can't get the hose to retract all the way, and I have to force it in the last 1 or 2 feet. I will say it does help when the hose is turned off before you pull the hose out or retract it back in. Most of the time, it's able to go back entirely on its own, but for whatever reason, there are situations where it just doesn't work for me. Value. I got this hose for around $100, but it's typically selling for about $20 more. It is one of the cheaper hoses that self-retracts, but I would say the value is pretty good considering how much it costs. Overall, I give this hose a 7.3 out of 10. It's fairly inexpensive considering what it can do, and although I had some minor issues with this hose, none of these are deal breakers, and I plan on using this for many years to come. If you're considering adding a raised bed to your garden, check out my review on the Out Sunny raised garden bed.